YouTube! What's up everybody, Doomwake here, and welcome to another video on the channel. We are going to be playing some Modern today. Now, with the new release of Streets of New Capenna, a lot of new, the set is unfortunately not available on Magic Online as of recording this video, so we are going to play another deck that caught my eye from one of the top 8s of the challenges, and that is an oldie but a goodie, Izzet Prowess. This deck, if you were playing Modern about, I think that it was about a little less than a year ago at this point, it was probably almost exactly a year ago, there was a point in the metagame after the Valky and Uro ban where the format was largely Izzet Prowess and Green-White Heliod. And I thought that Izzet Prowess was the best deck, and I think a lot of people did think that, and I love playing that deck. That deck was sweet. And this is kind of a nice little blast from the past. It's, if you look at the deck, like, I'm sure that I played this exact same main deck 60 cards a year ago. You know, I was trying different things and ins and outs, but this deck is very simple. We're keeping it nice and straightforward here. It's Prowess creatures, so Stormwing Entity, Sprite Dragon, which doesn't have actual prowess, but honorary prowess, and then Swift Spirit and Soulscar Mage. Burn spells, Lava Dart, Lightning Bolt, Gut Shot, Cantrips, Opt, Expressive Iteration, Manamorphose, and free spells, Gut Shot, Mutagenic Growth, and then Vapor Snag to kind of push through some damage. So this deck is, again, very straightforward, kind of plays itself. There's some cool things going on here. Obviously, the free spells are excellent when you have prowess creatures, which is why we're playing 5 of them. We're leaning more on Gut Shot because Ragavan, is everywhere, so having a nice free way to answer Ragavan can get into some really backbreaking situations where you get to go, you know, deploy your creature, kill their creature in the same turn on your first turn. For, you know, your opponent plays a Ragavan, you just go prowess creature, gut shot your creature, now you're up. It's just a huge, massive tempo swing. So the one little suspect card here is Sprite Dragon. Now, obviously, with the release of Modern Horizons 2, we got Dragon's Rage Channeler and Ragavan. Now, I'm not going to tell you that Ragavan and Channeler are bad cards. They're obviously very powerful. However, Ragavan specifically, I don't think is what this deck is trying to do. Because you are trying, like, obviously, we're playing with free spells like the Phyrexian Mana, Gut Shot, and Mutagenic Growth. You're trying to get a lot more value out of your spells. When you cast a spell, you want it to trigger 2 or 3 of your creatures. And Ragavan doesn't help with that goal. Even though it's a very powerful card, this deck is a lot more based around synergy, and the synergy of having all of your creatures interact with all of your spells. So now Channeler does do that, and I will say, again, I copied this deck list from the top 8 of the challenge. I personally think that Channeler is better than Sprite Dragon, and I think what I would recommend, at least, you know, we're going to play out the games and see how Sprite Dragon goes, and then we'll talk about it after. But from looking at this, I would probably cut Sprite Dragon for Channeler, and I would cut 3 Opt and 1 other card, maybe the 3rd Gut Shot, maybe the 2nd Vapor Snag for 4 Bobble. That's my initial inclination, but again, we'll see how Sprite Dragon plays out. If you have the time to establish it, it is a powerful card. Like, it is a 2-mana flyer that just grows and grows and grows and grows. So if your opponent is, you know, not interacting with you a ton or like putting a ton of pressure on you, then it could be really good. But we'll see how it plays out. And then the mana base, again, fairly straightforward stuff here. Spire Bluff Canals, 1 of each red fetch land just to split for needle purposes. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you have access to is fine. 4 Steam Vents, 4 Spire Bluff, 2 Mountains. Sideboard, we got 2 Spell Pierce, which is really good in the tempo-based mirror, so against other aggressive, red-based removal decks, against Murktide, things like that. Spell Pierce can be pretty backbreaking, because again, it's just all about mana efficiency, which is another reason why I don't like Sprite Dragon. 2 Aether Gust, which is here for Primeval Titan decks, and just any decks that are trying to cast large green spells. 2 Mystical Dispute for the blue decks, 1 Jace, which is kind of weird, because I feel like the idea behind Jace is you would want it against Murktide. But I don't know that I want to bring in a 4-mana spell against the Spell Pierce deck, so that's a little suspect. It is decent-ish against blue-white, because those games go longer, but we'll see how it plays out. I don't know if I'm going to bring this one in. Kozilek's Return for the go wide Swarm strategies, 3 Abrades mostly for Hammer Time. I don't know if Braid is the card that you really want to be playing. So the idea is a Braid is a little bit more flexible because you can bring it in against other just creature-based strategies that don't have artifacts. But against Hammer Time, if that's what you're targeting, a Braid is one of the weakest cards you could possibly bring in against them. Yes, it's versatile, but it's also 2 mana. 90% of the time when you cast a Braid, you're trading down on mana, and you can't afford to be mana inefficient in a matchup like that. Chalice, we're obviously not bringing it in to cast it on 1. This is strictly a card for Cascade, and then Dragon's Claw for the burn matchup, because that matchup can get a little grindy. So that is the deck list. Again, this is probably copy-pasted from one of my deck lists from a year ago, so this should be interesting. We'll see how this stacks up against the Modern Horizons 2 metagames. So the one matchup I'm very interested in playing is the Izzet Murktide matchup, because the idea is that you are kind of a little more... I mean, I guess you're just about as mana efficient as them, but you're more aggressive. So you can take advantage of the tempo better than they can, because they're just stuck with a bunch of counter spells. They can only counter 1 spell a turn on turn 2, and if you can play 3 spells on turn 3 on the play, then you could get a massive advantage that way. So I want to see how that matchup plays out. Hopefully we get to showcase that to you guys. Enough rambling. It's time to play Magic. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Alright, everybody, we're back here for round number 1. Unfortunately, the record feature is unavailable right now due to the fact that the new set just dropped. Typically, whenever the new set comes out, the record keeper, tracker, thingy, whatever you want to call it, is unavailable for a few days while it updates with all the new cards. It's whenever Magic Online has an update anyways. This hand is fairly mana heavy with no cantrips, so even though we have 2 creatures, I am going to go ahead and mulligan this. I think we can do a little bit better. And yes, this hand is a 1-lander, but I think given that we have 2 Swift Spears and, you know, kind of a castable spell here, I'm definitely going to go ahead and keep this. I'm going to put back the second Gutshot, because even though I have the 2 Swift Spears, Gutshot is still fairly low impact in a lot of matchups. It is good with the 2 Swift Spears, but I think it's much better if I keep, like, higher upside if I draw a land to keep both of those spells. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Cool thing about Gutshot is when they go, because Unholy Heat is so popular, if they have Heat and not Bolt for your turn 1 Swift Spear, you kind of get them pretty good. Oh no, is this Neoform? Well, you know, not much we can do about getting Neoformed, I guess. Not a whole lot we can do. We get some sideboard counter spells, I guess, but game 1's going to be a little rough. Yeah, it looks like we are defeated. Alright, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through this, but I will, you know, essentially what I'll do is I'll fast forward to the end. But basically what they're doing is they're going to get Gristlebrand, they're going to draw a bunch of cards, they're going to activate Nourishing Shoal to then gain back the life that they lost off of Gristlebrand, and then they're going to kill me. So I'll fast forward to the end when they actually show their kill condition. Alright, and as I come back, we're being attacked by a 54-54 Trample Haste. The way they set that up is they basically, Thresta essentially only costs 2 mana because they cast a bunch of spells, and what they do is they eventually have a green mana floating, and they cast Fortifying Draught, which gives the creature +X/+X, where X is the number of life they gain, so that's their kill condition. So, and they generated green mana by playing Mox Amber, getting green off of the Springleaf Drum, playing Heritage Druid, and then the the Allosaurus Riders are elves, so they actually tap for green mana with the Heritage Druid. So, again, long and convoluted, but in the end we died. So we get to bring in Pierce Gust. Could bring in Dispute. Chalice is interesting because it shuts off Pact, which might be good enough. Vapor Snag, I think is decent. I'm going to cut... Sounds kind of weird, but I kind of actually want to cut one of my creatures, because I don't really want to get creature flooded in a matchup like this. I think that the best way to beat them is draw like exactly 2 creatures and then a million spells. So I want to cut one of these 2 creatures. I'm not sure which one is technically slower. I would assume the Stormwing Entity, because you have to pass. I don't know, it's pretty close. I'm going to cut Stormwing because I think it's my slowest card. And then I'm going to trim, like, I guess a Gutshot and a Mutagenic. Yeah, okay. We can try some. Maybe I could try an iteration and keep the mutagenic just to be like, just to try to go as fast as humanly possible. I think this is fine. All right. Go to game 2. So I have 2 spell pierces, but no creatures. I don't know if this hand is good enough because I'm gonna try it. At least I have Manamorphose. Because I can even like end step the Manamorphose to potentially try and find creatures that way. But it's possible I shouldn't be keeping this hand. I'm not gonna pierce that. They found Veil of Summer, which is not great for us. I'm just gonna go Steam Vents Pass. And if they don't play a spell, I can end of turn Manamorphose. Okay, that's fine. Aha! I hope that's their 1 Gristlebrand. Usually these decks only play 1, and if they only have 1, they probably lose. Okay, we did find a creature, which is good. Let's go crack this for a basic, play Soulscar Pass. Sometimes they play 2 Gristlebrands, but if they only have 1, they're dead, so... Let's hope they only have 1. Turn Timber. Okay. Alright, well they're still playing, which means maybe they have 2 Gristlebrands. I'm gonna go Iteration. Trying to find more creatures. Alright, so hand, bottom, exile. I guess we can just hold up mono interaction. It's not the fastest clock, but, you know. The cool thing about Gust... okay, that's fine. Oh, they just want to cycle it. Okay, sure. I was going to say, the cool thing about Gust is it gets around Veil, but then they use the Veil. They probably have more than 1 Veil. I'm kind of assuming they only have 1 Gristlebrand, at least that's, you know. That's what I'm getting. Could play a 4/4 Allosaurus Rider, I guess. Probably Gust it. Alright, they're choosing to pass. Fine by me. Discard the Gristlebrand, makes sense. Alright, let's go Manamorphose. I think I'll make blue-red. Just in case I hit like an opt. Alright, that's kind of the punishment. I'm just going to cast Double Dart. I'm going to cast 1 Dart. Oops. I'm going to play this untapped because I don't think my life total matters all that much. Question is, do I want to cast a 2nd Dart? Nah, I'll save the Dart for in case I draw Swiss Spear or another Soulscar or Sprite Dragon. Surely we're not going to lose to just hardcast Allosaurus Riders. And by hardcast, I mean still pitchcast. Honestly, I think if they cast a Rider, I might just Gust it. I don't really want to, but right, I'm not going to counter that. I could sack my Fiery Outlet. Maybe I should have done that at the end step. Okay, well, awkward. I'm at 1, yeah. Still don't have lethal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now. They're at 13, so Bolt would be lethal. Or a haste creature would also be lethal. Do I want to Gust that? Yeah, I think I do. Gets a card out of their hand. The reason normally you would save Gust for the Neo form, but I'm convinced they only have 1 Gristlebrand, so I'm just gonna try and fight over the Allosaurus Riders. And they put it on the bottom. Okay, that was a good draw. Let's make blue-red again. Red. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I can double pierce my own Chalice. Alright, so we're going to cast Chalice for 0. I'm actually going to pierce the Pierce. So I'm going to pierce the Chalice. Going to pierce the Pierce. I guess they could have, like, a bounce spell. So I'm going to not pay for Pierce. Chalice resolves. I'm going to dart them with my mana floating. And I'm going to go to combat. I mean, I guess they could have a bounce spell. Let's go dart you. Because they could also just have a shoal. Which maybe makes this bad. Alright, well, shoal me. Veil of Summer. That's not a shoal. Alright, Doomwake wins. No shoal. Going into game 3, I think this all makes sense, so let's just go. Alright, well, we're here for game 3, and this hand is exceptionally bad. We just have to hope they draw their Gristlebrand again. Alright, they're gonna take a mulligan. I will go with them. Ugh. Sand has no interaction. Do I just have to mulligan to Spell Pierce when I'm on the draw? I think I do. Kind of feels bad, but okay, this hand's good. I'm gonna put back, I think, the Bolt and the Opt. And then I'm just not gonna play anything on turn 1. Just gonna go land pass. It's obviously unlikely they kill me on turn 2, but I'm just gonna play around it. I guess now they could have... Yeah, maybe this is bad. Because now they could just have land, Neoform, and Veil. And I do lose to that. So maybe I'm supposed to just do nothing again. Okay. Well, I kind of don't... I want to hold up Double Pierce now. So next turn what I'll do is I'll Iteration try to hit a land drop. That's fine. So we'll crack this. Get events. Let's go Iteration. This could backfire if I miss a land drop. Okay, did not. So hand, bottom, exile. Play Islet, attack for 2, hold up Double Pierce. Next turn we can Dorat, attack. Turn after they should be pretty close to dead. Yeah, basically I'm just going to hold up Double Pierce the entire game, essentially. Alright, well, we're going for it. Let's see what they have. I kind of assume they have at least one Veil. Oh, no Veil? Oh, okay. Well, they're just floating. I guess they're floating the mana. Alright, I'm gonna Pierce the Veil so they don't draw a card. Pierce the Veil, good band. Alright, they don't want to play anymore. Cool. Well, we got cheesed game 1, and their deck essentially hit their fail rate game 2, and then we drew 2 Spell Pierces game 3. So we are 1-0, and back here in a little bit for round number 2. Alrighty, round number 2. We're on the draw, and this hand's a little dicey. We do have the combo, Manamorphose, Storming Entity, which is good, but we have 1 land. Do we want to risk it? It's close. I'm going to take a mulligan. I think that hand's really close. Okay, this hand's infinitely better. Do I put back the Swift Spear or the Mutagenic Growth? This is close. If they're playing a red deck, I kind of want to keep the Growth. But by that same logic, maybe it's just better to keep... No, actually, because the Growth also protects the Storming Entity. I think this is fine. I think protecting the Storming Entity is pretty good. Be against blue-red Murktide. I'm really interested to see how this matchup plays out. Because I feel like Murktide is probably favored because of the card Murktide Regent, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, Dredge. Not Murktide. This matchup historically is, like, kind of dicey. They hit Dark Blast. See if they have the draw spell. Okay, there's a chill. That's the card that makes this matchup so bad. It's just free life gain. Alright, looks like they do have the draw spell. Does not bode well for us. Blue-white. Oh. Okay, that's good. That is good news. Extremely good news. So they have Narcomoeba Amalgam, which is annoying, but beatable. Alright, so we have to do this pre-combat. Let's go Manamorphose, trigger, make blue, red, play Stormwing Entity. And do we want a Swift Spear or a Foothills? I think the answer is no. I think we just want either cantrips or burn spells at this point. I'm going to attack for 2. Even if they don't block, I'm not going to growth it. Save growth for a turn I have multiple creatures attacking. So yeah, our hand is pretty creature heavy. We can growth into Stormwing next turn, but granted, it looks like they're bricking, so, you know, maybe that's okay. Red. Alright, they drew the draw spell. I guess they did put a card on top last turn, so that makes sense. Alright, well, this is where things get really dicey. So they have Amoeba Chill and they have Ox next turn. Ooh, that's bad. I'm at 10 and they're at 23. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't really think we can win anymore. Alright, well, we're gonna try. I think this turn is just attack growth entity, and kind of hope that it works out. Maybe they double block Swift Spear. They probably don't. They might just chump block this. I should have played... No, because I'm playing my land tapped. Alright, so growth the Swift Spear. We have to shock to do this too, which is really rough. Alright, we need like lots of lava darts. Does Bolt even get us out of this? Okay, let's do some math. Assuming they don't kill us, which is not that likely, or not that, yeah, they're probably going to kill us, but... So I take this, I go to 5, assuming they don't hit double chill. Let's assume they hit 1 chill. So they're at 22 with 2 blockers. Yeah, the bolt's not going to work. I have to, like, iteration into multiple things. Basically, we're probably dead. But yeah, I think iteration into multiple spells is my only way out of this. And I don't even know if that's good enough. Lava Dart would be a start, because that would be able to kill the Narcomoeba, so like iteration into Dart plus thing. Now, again, obviously we're dead if they hit 2 chills, but they only have 2 chills left. We just kind of have to hope that doesn't happen. Obviously I can't afford the trade there. I lose the game if I trade. Okay, no chill, no chill, no chill, no chill, no chill. Did we dodge? They got 1 draw left. Okay, alive. So, iteration into Dart Bolt, is that enough? That would be 6, 12... It's only 16, it's not even close. Alright, Bolt itself is not good enough, so we died. Game number 2. Alright, what are we doing against Dredge? I will say, we are not very prepared for Dredge. So that's not a good thing. I think Gust is good, because Gust is decent against their draw spells and Ox. Chase is too slow, Dispute's bad. I think Pierce is good for the same reason, good against their draw spells. I don't like Kozilek's Return. I know it kills Narcomoeba, but it doesn't really do that much against Ox and Amalgam, and I think the card that you're, like, I don't think you're losing to a board full of, like, two Narcomoebas and maybe like one Silver Smoke Ghoul, you're losing to the cards that K Return can't kill, and you're also losing to Creeping Chill, and this card does nothing against either of those, so I don't think it's actually good. So I think it's just those four. For cuts, I'm gonna keep. I think Vapor Snag is kind of medium. It's decent against Prized Amalgam, I guess, but I'm gonna go like two Snag, a Gut Shot, maybe trim a Stormwing. No, I think trimming a Dorat's better. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we'll be on the play. And Sand seems fine. It's kind of awkward because I really want to hold up Gust on turn 2 for their 2-mana draw spell. Because they could also Leyline of Sanctity, but the Sand's not the worst against white Leyline because we have two creatures. And I do think that is a card they bring in, so if they're mulliganing aggressively to that, the Sand is at least good against that. They did go to 6, which, you know, obviously not uncommon for Dredge. Let's see if they go any further. Modern's just all degenerate combo decks, apparently. Play against Murktide 5 matches in a league one day, and then you play against 5 combo decks in the league the next day. It's all over the place. The Caverns. Well, turns out I can't hold up Gust anyways. So, I don't have a choice. I'll attack for 1. Looks like they have Thrilling Discovery. Yeah. Alright, that happens. They have Thug, Conflagrate. Lovely. Okay, this is exile 8 cards. So they have exactly enough. Oh, no, because they milled the Narcomoeba. So even if they have a fetch land, they don't have a Dredger. So even if they have a fetch land, they can't actually Ox me. So I don't have to hold up anything this turn. So I can just go Swift Spear, attack, see if they block. Maybe I bolt the Amalgam. Do I want to bolt the Amalgam here? No, because I think what's going to happen is I think they're going to try and Conflagrate. No, there's no way they would Conflagrate 2 and 2 when I have a mana up. Maybe I should have jebaited them there. If I cast the bolt, maybe they're more likely to go Conflagrate for 2, like 2 and 2, and then I just kind of blow them out. Oh yeah, that could happen too. I could have left up Gust, but I feel like I don't have enough pressure if I hold up Gust there. This matchup just seems kind of abysmal if you're not going to like commit to 4 Soul Guides. Yep, that all happens. Alright, I think I have to... Ugh, the problem is I can't bolt the Amalgam in combat because it's going to come back on my turn if I do that. Because they're going to get back the Silver Smoke Ghoul, so I think I have to take this and end of turn the bolt. Just so I can use my mana and get some stuff off the battlefield. It feels really bad to do that, but I think I just kind of have to. The reason I'm bolting there is because I have to hold up Gust for the Ox. Then I'm just taking 4. I'm taking 5 actually. So I like take 5, go to 4. Yeah, I don't really know how I get out of this. I guess I could iteration. Can I iteration into a kill? The 2, 4. If I hit like Lava Dart Mutagenic Growth. How much damage is Lava Dart Mutagenic Growth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the next growth is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's not even close. Alright, well... I really don't know how I get out of this. I think it involves holding up Gust, which doesn't feel great, but... Maybe I'm not supposed to bolt the Amalgam? end of turn and just like hold it. Okay, that's fine. Maybe buys me a little bit of time, potentially. Probably not. They're at 24. Alright, I guess the good news is they lose their mine. So if we can find like a lava dart to kill our stuff, they actually don't really have much left. I'm just going to get a basic mountain and gust it, because I don't want to tap the fiery eyelet. So I assume they bottom this. Yep. So we go to 4. Lava Dart would be a sicko here. Okay. Well, I can go to 2. Mutagenic Growth, attack, play Stormwing, leave back these 2. And then Swiss Spear can trade here. The Stormwing can eat that. Or I could get greedy in Iteration, try to hit a land. That seems insanely greedy. Maybe I have to get greedy here. Yeah, I'm also not dead if I miss. Alright, I did miss. But as we said before, we're not dead. Because I can still trade here. So I think I go hand the bolt. And then exile the Swift Spear. And then we just go attack for 4. Block here. Take that. Yeah, I think that's fine. I guess now this shuts off the growth. Yeah, this does shut off the growth, which is a little awkward, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they were also dead to a chill, but can't do anything about that. They have 2 left. Alright, I will block. As I have to. Oh, I guess they just Dark Blast. But as we said before, I can't cast the growth now. Yeah, that's awkward. They get an Amalgam back too. They're at 20? Yeah, I mean, I can survive, but I can go like bolt this, play Entity, leave back 3 blockers. I guess I'll pretend like I have outs, even though I don't think I do. I guess I probably have to top that. Yeah, this is such a rough matchup. Where else is did the chill at any point? Oh yeah, we're just dead to the Narcomoebus, right, I'm dumb. Alright, well, horrendous matchup, not surprised that we lost, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit, round number 3. Alright, YouTube, round 3. Let's try and see if we can dodge some combo decks here. And we have a banger. 2 Swiss Spears, Cantrip, Gut Shot. Can't really ask for a ton more. Well, my opponent mulliganed to 3. So, alright, let's, I don't know what to think of that. Should I assume they're playing a combo deck? I don't really know. Maybe Tron? Tron would mulligan that aggressively, right? I think so. Do I have anything, like, what would I do against Tron? On the draw, is Spell Pierce good? Not really. It's, like, kind of okay. Abrade is probably good against Tron. Maybe bring in, like, 2 Abrade over, like, a Gut Shot and a Mutagenic. Alright, let's just do, like, some extremely light sideboarding. Pretend that they're Tron. Okay, well, they kept 7 this time. We're in a 1-lander. Thing is, if they are Tron, I kind of have to, like, have a really aggressive hand, and this hand is kind of that. If I draw a land, it's quite good. I'm gonna mulligan, though. I think the first mulligan's okay. Alright, well, this is kind of the same hand without the free spell, but I do have a cantrip to find a second land, so I think I'm going to keep this and just put back the extraneous 2-drop. Alright, I'm going to bet they're Tron. Wait, what? Just playing the mirror, but they mold to 3? What the hell? I'm very confused. I'm gonna on F6 to pretend that I have mutagenic growth. Alright, well, I guess they just had no lands. Looks like they're Jeskai, okay. Interesting. Channeler, yeah. Did not find the land, which is unfortunate. Nope, I don't want to cast that. I want to cast this. Land? Okay, at least we found a land. Which is not awful. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Possible I'm supposed to hold back there, but I do have Vapor Snag. So if they go for like a really big attack, I can maybe bounce the Swiss Spear if that happens. Okay. Alright, that all happens. Put a card on top. It's possible this deck might just want to play Channeler over Sprite Dragon. Even without Bobble, I still think Channeler might be good. This card just seems like incredibly underwhelming. I've not been a fan of it so far. So something to consider if you're trying to bring this deck to your local FNM. Yeah, I think if they go to Bolt my Soul Scar, I'm just going to bounce their Swiss Spear. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. No, we're just passing? Okay. Soul Scar Mage? That's not great. Alright, I'm gonna bounce that just for tempo purposes. It's not the best play in the world, but really just want to find a free spell. Alright, let's make blue-red again. These are not free spells. 13-11 and they have a Soul Scar in hand. Wait, did I just miss lethal? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, not quite. I could Iteration. Does Iteration kill them if I find land mutagenic? So it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it's the same damage. Alright, let's just cast Stormwing. I'm going to keep one of these lands, slam for 3, and then hope that they can't kill both of my creatures. But if they can, we're probably in really bad shape. They also could just kill us, right? They could just have like a bolt my Stormwing and do some stuff there. But I think if they don't kill both of my creatures, we can potentially set up a kill. Depends on what they have, obviously. These matchups are always super interesting. I love playing Prowess Mirrors. Alright, so Swiss Spear Bolt does not kill us, right? No, not even close. Okay. This looks like they have one removal spell. Yep. But if they send everything, they're dead. So they have to leave some stuff back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're exactly dead if they attack with everything. Okay, so they leave back the Channeler, but then... Do they die to Dorat? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I go Dart the Channeler, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I go Dorat, Dart, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is dead. 5, 6, 7. So it's not quite lethal. I'm really close. Is this a situation where I just kill all their stuff? Or I just go like, bolt this, dart this, attack? I could Iteration as well. But Iteration into mutagenic, does that kill them? That would be 2. Mutagenic is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still 1 point short. So I'd have to iteration into 2 free spells, which is really unlikely. Am I missing something? 1, 2. And then flashback is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a tough spot. Really not sure. We know they have Soulscar Mage, which is kind of a brick. This is close. I think I kind of have to just play damage control here. This feels like such a weird line to take, but... Oh, I am really dumb. I needed to kill their channeler first. Rats. Well, now we're almost certainly dead. That was a horrible mistake. I guess maybe they block now. That was so bad. Okay, well, they did block. I think I should probably just kill their Swiss Spear. Yeah, and then just leave myself with the Dorat. Alright, that was a horrible play, but we're going to try and shake it off. That was a horrendous play. Iteration number 3. Okay. Yeah, I just forgot that they didn't already have a creature in their graveyard. That was just really dumb. Yeah, I needed to dart the Channeler first and then bolt the Swiss Spear. And then I would have been in a much better position. Well, I mean, they still would have had a Swiss Spear with me at 6, but they would also be at 6. Would they exile? A bauble, okay. Show the land. Remember, we know they have Soulscar. Okay, that's not great. They have Stormwing too? Jeez. I wonder what they cut then. Well, oh yeah, they obviously cut this. They went bottom top. Okay. Alright, I don't feel as bad because I still think I would have been in a pretty bad spot. Even if I had taken the correct line. Because they'd be at 6 with me having 2 blockers. Or excuse me, they'd be at 6 with 2 blockers against just my Soulscar. Yeah, I don't really know how I get out of this. Not those cards. Alright, game 3. Yeah, I messed up pretty badly, but I don't think it changed too much in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so we're bringing in the growth. Word of note, do not bring in Dragon's Claw in the Prowess Mirror. That's all I'm going to say. I think Gutshot is kind of bad. Although it's better because they have Channeler. Also, don't really like Abrade that much. Not a fan of Pierce. You just want to be as mana efficient as possible. I guess Gust could be okay. It's not mana efficient, but it's like a good way to answer a large prowess creature. Well, okay, I changed my mind. I think on the play, Abrade is okay. Maybe like 2 Abrade, 1 Gutshot. Keep them honest. Let's try that. Abrade is better on the play for sure. Alright, game 3. Nope. Okay. Back the second Vapor Snag, I think. Need to remember to not F8. So you always gotta bluff Mutagenic Growth. Maybe this is a bad card in the mirror. Maybe I'll just go to 3 again. I don't know what happened. It's really hard to mulligan that far with Prowess. Like, you keep most... This deck has a wide range of keeps. I'll just say that. Alright, your turn. I'm actually recording. Yeah, we're good. Alright, Arid Mesa's fine. Hopefully they just play a creature. Yeah, that's fine. We have a Bauble. Yep. Alright, I'm just going to use my mana efficiently and just probably just Abrade this. Unless I draw 1-drop, then I'll go Bolt plus 1-drop. so they know what we're drawing. That doesn't count. Worse if they have growth, I guess, but we're also kind of boned if they have a remote spell. Because I don't really have any gas left. Kind of hope they just go Manamorphose plus. Well, they did that into the dart, which I guess is good for me. They're at 15. What's might of killing them? So I can go Gut Shot, Lava Dart, Lightning Bolt. So that'd be 1, 2, Dart twice. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not even close. Okay, let's just go Gut Shot, Lava Dart, and then I think just pass. Well, attack, obviously. Not going to cast the bolt yet. We're doing a good job at keeping them off threats. And now we can potentially protect this against the bolt. Okay, that's actually fine, because they had to play their land first. But, I mean, they're likely to hit a 1-drop off of it. But now if they hit bolt, I can just go bolt them, dart them. Which, I guess, does put me down to land. I could just Vapor Snag my own creature, which is probably what I would do. Alright, they hit Fiery Islet. That's fine. Drew another bolt. How aggressive do I want to be here? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Put them to 1 with a snag. I mean, alright, I'm in. They can't snag me now, so I think this is fine. Alright, they're at 1, and I have a Vapor Snag. Good luck. I don't know how they're getting out of this one. This is going to be tough. Alright, Doomwig wins the match. Cool. Well, that was the Prowess Mirror. Unfortunately, we didn't have really much of a game 1, but I think the post-sport, at least games 2 and 3, were extremely interesting. Maybe, I don't know, this game maybe not as much, because they just never killed my Swiss Spear, but these games can get a little grindy, and I think I generally like the Prowess Mirror. So, 2 and 1, round number 4, just a little bit. Round 4! My voice kind of cracked there a little bit. This hand doesn't look great because we don't have a 1-drop, but if our opponent plays a creature on turn 1, we can go kill it into turn 2 Dorat, so I think this hand's okay. A little bit sketchy. Again, yet another reason where I would much rather have, another place where I'd much rather have, oh no. What you call it? Dragon's Rage Channeler. I feel like this deck should be playing Channeler. I will say, Dorat is quite good against Merfolk, if that's what they're up to, so. Alright, jamming the pet. Jamming the pet. This is when they Violent Ornithopter. The Giga Brain move. Alright, we can go, what, like Manamorphose, Iteration, hold up Bolt next turn? I wonder if they have bounce spells. I guess they have Harbinger. Yeah, it's a card we gotta watch out for, is Harbinger of the Tides. Also could have Trickster. Alright, let's go Manamorphose first. I think. See if they want to fight over this. And if they don't, then I'm just going to Iteration, I think. Yeah. It's actually not a bad draw stub. Not great. Alright, so hand, bottom, exile. Do I want to play my land untapped pre-combat? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to go to attacks. Which I assume they're going to Trickster. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Post-combat. I'm going to... Oh, no, I screwed this up. I needed to gut shot in response. That was bad. Because now I don't get a counter. Alright, I missed the counter on my thing. That was really bad. Alright, I'm gonna shock here, just to hold up Bolt. Yeah, I forgot that Trickster makes it lose abilities. I just missed the plus and plus counter. Could be pretty relevant, too. Attack, do I just kill their Trickster? Maybe? Spreading Seas. Alright, well, they're going to force the action. I do want to bolt this now, I think. Just want to get their stuff off the battlefield. Dismember. Okay. It's not horrendous because we have the Stormwing entity, so we'll take that. Now we get to go opt Stormwing. Save the gut shot. I don't really want to land. Guess I kind of wish I took the land. We're both at 12. Oh my god, they have subtlety. Yeah, I'll top it. They only have 2 cards left. What's this? Lord. Alright, Lord's fine. I guess it's less fine if they have a second Lord, because then we can't Dart Gutshot it. Okay, we'll take 2. And Svaloon. That's not great. They're at 11. They're at 11 and they have 1 card left. It's a tough spot. Tricky, tricky spot. This thing has Ward 1. I mean, I guess what I could do is... I could go... I can't because I need another mana. I was going to say I can go Soul Scar, Gutshot, Stormwing. But this has Ward. I can always Gutshot them. Then I'm dead in 2 hits to this. I can always Lava Dart it next turn with the Soul Scar in play. Yeah, I think I have to get 2 creatures in play, so I'm going to do that. Alright, let's go Stormwing. Bottom both of these, and then play Soul Scar. So they're at 10. Oh, maybe it was better to Soul... Ooh, maybe it was better to Gutshot this. Yeah, because I could have just went Soul Scar, Gutshot this, then play Stormwing. This would have been a 3-4, and it would have shortened the clock. Well, the thing is, if I don't have lethal, I can shorten the clock anyways, because I can just Dart this twice. What's this? Dismember the Stormwing. Okay. Oh, they have a Lord? Okay. Well, they could find a Lord. I think I should go to 1. Yeah, I should go to 1 here, I think. Guess it turns off the Fiery Islet, which makes things awkward. So I can't even Dart this twice. Well, actually, no, I can't, because I have to go spend 2 mana. Yeah, I can't tap this for mana. I think I played this game kind of bad. I think I was supposed to Dart the Svaloon last turn. Alright, we're dead. That's fine. Game 2. This matchup is quite favorable, so I think we're fine. Dispute seems fine. K-Return seems good. I'll be a Braid. And I think that's it. I think Mutagenic Growth is not ideal. I'm going to cut some of the cantrips because I don't want to be wheel spinning a ton. And I think in that same vein, I might just shave an Iteration. Seems kind of weird, but... Iteration does get a little bit worse when you're bringing in all these 2-mana removal spells, because you just have other things to do with your mana that like require you to commit 2 of your mana, and you don't have that many mana sources, so I think this is fine. Alright, game 2. Let's try not to play so badly this game. Well, I don't have a choice with this hand. This hand is not very good, but I think it's better than 5. Not even sure if that's true. Surely we won't lose to Merfolk, right? Fair Prowess deck? Even some of the most lopsided matchups can still go in the other's favor. Especially when you draw like this. And they have the Cavern to blank my Dispute too, which makes things even worse. Yeah, not great. You can go, I guess. They have Dismember. Gross. Yeah, that resolves. Troll Despair. I don't care about that. Creature. Alright, we're gonna sacrifice that into turn, I guess. This is not going well. I guess this is how you lose to Merfolk, huh? Alright, take 2. Lord of Atlantis. Creature. Not a creature. Okay. At least that's good. Do I want to main phase this Abrade so I can't get countered? Yeah, no, I'll pass. I want to see if they're going to attack. Because if they commit the Lord pre-combat and attack, I might be able to blow them out. We'll see. Care about that. Also, don't care about that. There's no way they can attack here, though. They get destroyed if they attack. Just go braid this, gut shot this, kill your thing. Yeah. Alright, see, I kind of have to use my mana here, as much as I don't want to. Because I'm a little choked on mana, I think. So, I'm just going to kill their Lord now. Alright, Lord down. Steam Vent. Okay. Guess we'll go attack and kill their Silvergill. So I want to use my mana. And get some stuff off the board. Need a little bit of help, though. Wish this Dispute was any other card. Basically any other card. Run that board out. Yeah, just I can't trip. I don't know. Maybe Dispute's too bad because of Vile and, Oh, wait. They didn't use their Cavern? Okay. That was weird. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know why they didn't use Cavern. I guess they're playing 2 of them. It's the only thing that would make sense. Okay, well, never mind. We got actual use out of Mystical Dispute, even though I don't know if it's going to matter. Good card. I guess. Alright, kill your Lord. They're at 9, and they have 2 cards. But they have a Waterlogged Grove, and we don't have any other cards. We need to find Iteration. Obviously, I cut one. Yeah, I probably just sideboarded horribly. Maybe another Lord. Yeah. Alright, we go to 11. Let's find Iteration, please. Jesus. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, well, sometimes you lose to Merfolk with Prowess. And yeah, I don't even know. I got nothing. I mean, I played game 1 pretty badly, but you know, game 2, mulligan to 6, and just kind of drew pretty horribly. So round number 5, let's turn it around. I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Alright, YouTube, round 5. Let's go. See if we can complete the 3-2. This hand is extremely slow with 4 2-drops, but I think I'm going to keep it. We got a cantrip. Let's see what we're up against. Misty Rainforest. Is this our finally our first Murktide opponent? Yeah, looks like it. That was a very good draw. Do I want to main phase it? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to pass. If I main phase it, they can dash. If they want to counter the front half of Lava Dart, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to, obviously not going to flashback. Because it commits 2 of their mana on their turn, and just like an exchange that I'm generally okay with. Alright, not the best exchange here, because this is probably going to get countered or killed. Yeah, it looks like it's getting heated, bolted, or something. Yeah. Do have iteration for next turn, so hopefully we just find Metamorphose. They kept the card on top. Alright, we could opt for a land. Is that better than iteration? No, because if they counter the iteration, I feel like that's actually better for us than them countering the Stormwing. Maybe not, though, because if I go, like, opt land Stormwing, they counter Stormwing, then I can just go iteration land Stormwing next turn, if they don't have a second counter spell. And at least now if they have Murktide, we have an answer, so... Like, now if we draw a blue source, we get to go Snag plus Stormwing, which is pretty good. It's not bad. Alright, so let's go Snag Stormwing. Imagine they have Force. That'd be gross. Do I want either of these? I think I want the Swiss Spear. And now we have Bolt Protection, too. If they go to Bolt my Stormwing, we can just save it, which I am going to do. I think it's worth it. It makes them have another red card, which, you know, maybe they do. Alright, Swift Spear opt or iteration? I think just iteration here. They may have a counterspell. They don't, but we missed. That's bad. I'm gonna keep the bolt, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna exile the Storming because I don't really want to draw more of those. That was kind of rough. This is Petty Theft, okay. So we know they have Murktide. Let's go opt Stormwing. That kills the Borrower, which I think is good. Alright, that gets countered. We have another one, though, so... Not the worst. We can go, like, Bolt them, play Stormwing. Okay. So we know they have Murktide. So I think what I want to do is go Swift Spear, Gutshot, Stormwing. Well, Swift Spear, Gutshot, and see what's up. And then we'll go from there. Is this a counterspell? Okay, that's fine. Keep the card on top. Oh, they're stealing the Swift Spear. I see. And they have 3 spells, so they can make a 6/6 Murktide. Which we can double bolt. I think I'm shipping that one and keeping that one, because ideally they just go... I guess now they could have Murktide counterspell. It's a card they would definitely consider topping. Maybe I'm supposed to dig for the other Vapor Snag. Because now counterspell is so freaking brutal. I mean, be what, the 3rd counterspell? Can I play around it? I don't think I can. I mean, I guess I could attack first and let them trade. I feel like that's kind of bad, because I can just make that attack anyways, right? Even if they counter one of the bolts, I'll probably just end up attacking regardless. They did top a 3rd counterspell. It's kind of rough. Yeah, I got to trade, I think. Just have to find iteration. Yeah, I don't think they can afford to not take the trade. So they're at 12, but we both have a Swiss Spear and they're up a borrower. Yeah, so we need to find iteration. Okay, that's a good start. It's definitely a good start. So now they're at 10. Iteration's still a banger. We go to 6. They might not attack with the Swiss Spear. Does that kill them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does not kill them. I am going to kill their borrower, though, and then I think just save the flashback. Yeah, save the flashback. I think putting him to 6 is fine. It'd be worse if they draw Murktide, but... Alright, they were bound to draw one at some point. This has been a sweet game. Murktide would suck. Right. To be a 5/5. Yeah, Murktide would suck. Doesn't look like they found it, because they would probably exile it. They wanted to keep another card in hand. I was very interested in playing this matchup out, and good thing we did get to play it, ultimately. Interesting. So they're going to force the dart now? It's a good play by them, for sure. I think I have to save my creature. Although this is really bad if they have Murktide. They're attacking. I guess that makes sense. Aha! What a game. Holy crap. What a game. Jesus. Alright. Played against Murktide, game 2. Let's go Dispute. I think Gust is not great. Kind of like Pierce. Again, you just want to be as mana efficient as possible, I think. Very similar to like the Prowess Mirror and those kinds of matchups. Gust bad, Abrade I think not great, Claw bad, K Return bad, Chalice bad, Jace bad. So I think these are good. What am I cutting? As much as I don't want to cut creatures, because I think threats are important, I think I'm going to trim on like 2, 1, 1. Just go down to 14 creatures. I think that's where I want to be. I guess I could cut more ops if I wanted to leave in like this. So basically just go 3 ops and a Sprite Dragon. I just don't want to go too low on threats. That's kind of why I'm a little hesitant to board out more Sprite Dragons. Even though I think they're the weakest card. It's still a threat, you know. You saw that game play out. It's just, you play like a lot of turns. The games go super long. I'm going to keep this. I think it's fine. It's not great. Like, obviously no threats, but it's the good mix of interaction, lands, and some stuff. Alright, decent-ish. Just play a little bit of land go for a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing land go. Just chilling. You may proceed. Alright, I am content. Okay. You want to fire off a Swiss Spear. Kinda, yeah. I'm not going to go too deep on it. I think if they counter, I could fight. What am I doing if I fight over it? Because I can't play Storming Entity. If they counter, I think I'm going to let it go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to play this. So they're on 4 cards. I've got a lot of gas. That's getting Snap Pierced. Insta Pierced. They might pierce back. They didn't. Okay, they could have Dispute. But this is a really good bait for Dispute. Okay, it turns out it was not. We also... No, we didn't miss, because I can go exile the Manamorphose. So hand, bottom, exile. Get a basic. The mountain's actually... The mutagenic is actually huge, too. Because that lets us beat removal spell. Bottom, top, pretty easily. Your turn. Now they can resolve Iteration, but I don't really know what good it's doing. Because our hand is just so stacked. We have another Iteration on top. We got a Misty. So now they could play a Murktide, which is annoying, but it's a 6/6. I can just kill it. It's a lot of resources, but I can just kill it. No. Absolutely not. Not on my watch. So they're at 16. This is pretty damn close to lethal. If not already. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's Xaxes. Cool. So let's go, I guess, I don't know, hand, bottom, exile. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I hope I did my math right. I think I did my math right. $11, $9. Yeah, I think I did my math right. Pretty sure I did. Unless they had Pierce for the last dart. Alright, 9, yeah. Cool. So that was a nice little 3 and 2. We lost to Dredge, which is an abysmal matchup, and we lost to Merfolk, which I think should be a fairly favorable matchup, but we got a little bit unlucky, and I also played pretty bad game 1. This deck is sweet. Now, I don't think that this is... Don't get me wrong, this is not a better deck than Blue-Red Murktide, but it's different. It's attacking from a slightly more aggressive angle, so if the metagame is starting to shift more towards more, like, degenerate combo and more aggressive decks, and, you know, like, I think this deck has a better Hammer Time matchup than Murktide, if, for example. I also think this has a better Rhinos matchup than Murktide. So there are situations and spots where I think this deck is slightly a little bit better. One thing I will say, I think even without Bauble, I would definitely cut Sprite Dragon for Dragon's Rage Channeler after playing with it. The card is just not that impactful. And you could also make some concessions. You could play Bauble over Opt, which is, you know, pretty marginal. Those two cards are, you know, very, very similar in what they offer for the deck, so... But yeah, I don't know, just, this deck's not breaking the metagame, but it's a nice alternative to Murktide, both for price point, because this deck is a lot cheaper than Murktide, and for, you know, like I said, I think there are certain metagames where you could conceivably justify playing this over Murktide, and it's, you know, I think I think it's more interesting to play these versions because there's a lot more math and a lot more combat involved and stuff like that. So I enjoy playing these decks a little bit more than Murktide. So enough rambling. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, like, subscribe, comment in the comment section down below, tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.